Professor Macabro's Holiday Horror DVD Update, Part 2. Action! Greetings, class. Let me put this away. It is I, Professor Macabro, still wearing the itchy Minnie Mouse Christmas hat as a sign of support for my good friend, Uncle Clowny. Have you checked him out? You damn well better have. Subscribe, like, share, participate in his Christmas toy drive, if you know what's good for you. Anyway, after that ominous threat, I am back again with part 2 of my holiday horror DVD updates. These are the horror movies that I have picked up during the holiday season. So it's again, for me, it's still the holiday season. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate, you do you. Just don't be an asshole and be like, oh, what you believe in is wrong. Don't give me that. Respect. Like a wise man once said, the respect of other people's opinion is the maintaining of your teeth. So keep that in mind. So, still sporting the itchy Christmas hat. So let's get started so I can take this thing off and stop the torture itchiness. Again, well, I can't take it off, but my hat would be off to you, Clowny, for having to deal with the itchy Minnie Mouse hat for as long as you did on your live streams. So let's get started. First off, super happy to add this one to the collection. Now we're getting to the good stuff. I started out with a blind vice. Now we're getting to the good stuff. And this is from Hammer, the Frankenstein and the Monster of Hell, starring Peter Cushing. And if memory serves me right, the guy that played Darth Vader played the monster in this one, I think. Don't quote me on that. Again, if memory serves me right, and as I've mentioned before, at my old age, memory is kind of garbage, but if I remember correctly, I might be wrong, but yes, this does star Peter Cushing, I can tell you that. But yes, I actually do want to get more of the Hammer Frankenstein movies, and the Dracula ones. I mean, I freaking love the Hammer, Dracula, and Frankensteins, and the remake of The Mummy, top notch. I think I also have the Wolfman, but Hammer's the good stuff. They remade a lot of Universal monster movies, and they did it with class, color, and so many boobs. I also need to get the Vampire Lovers. Vampire Lovers, if you've seen that one, you know why I need to get it. Yes, I do. But super happy to add this one to the collection. The next one is one of the silent movies, I believe, of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I still need to get the cabinet of Dr. Caligula, but I do have Nosferatu. I have, what's the other one I picked up recently? The Phantom of the Opera. Now I have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but I would also like to get the more recent adaptations after this one of Dr. Jekyll or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I bought a while back a musical version with David Hasselhoff, so there you go. And kind of obscure, not really a horror movie, but there is this one movie called Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde, where descendant of Dr. Jekyll figures out that the reason why the experiment was a failure is because he overacted the male chromosome, so he switches the formula to make it so it's more of a female chromosome, and he turns into a chick. I don't know why that movie sticks in my head. Again, it's not a horror movie, but it's based on the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, so I guess that counts as horror. But I would like to track that down. Probably sound like a madman trying to describe a movie that probably no one has seen, but yeah, Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. Google it. It's a real thing, I swear. The next one. One moment, please. Yes, do you smell that? It is the aroma du trauma. I so do love adding trauma movies to the collection. And this is a trauma release. Even though they didn't directly work in it, but it's a trauma release of Monster in the Closet. With this ridiculous looking monster that kind of seems like a rip-off of the Xenomorph because it has a second mouth. It's ridiculous. And the ending's kind of like, what? You're ripping off King Kong? But it's a trauma release and it's chock full of a lot of enjoyable special features. Supposedly it also has the first episode of the Toxic Crusaders, the Toxic Avenger cartoon that they released, but I can't figure out how to actually access that in this DVD, so maybe I'm just an idiot. But if someone knows how to access the first episode of the Toxic Crusaders on this DVD release of Monster in the Closet, please let me know. I went through this whole DVD and all the special features, and I can't watch the first episode of Toxic Crusaders. Please help. The next one is one that I'm also super happy, and I know that Uncle Clowny is one that he will definitely have probably watched and enjoys. Roger Corman's Piranha. It is a Jaws, let's be honest here, it's a Jaws ripoff, but instead of having it be with sharks, it's piranhas. I do need to get the sequel, Piranha 2, The Spawning, I believe the name is, because that one has historical significance because it's James Cameron's first movie, but this one is good. I thoroughly enjoy this movie. I highly recommend you get it. This is good stuff, people. Good stuff. And another one I picked up is another one that I've been actually looking for many, many years. It isn't considered horror. It does have a lot of violence, and oh boy, does it have a lot of sex. And I have seen versions of this, but it's not the complete unedited. And it's not either the long-promised but never released original director's cut, but this is the complete, unedited, and unrated edition of Caligula, starring Malcolm McDowell. Oh boy, this originally started as a telling of Caligula, and then they got a different person to add some spicy sex scenes and a little bit more violence, and oh boy, they really go overboard with the sex. And if you ever wanted to see Malcolm McDowell naked, well, this is the movie you want to see. But it also has super sexy Helen Mirren in it, so yes, you get, if you swing both ways, well, you get the best of two worlds. But for me, sexy Helen Mirren was the one that sold me on this movie. But yes, try to get the unedited, unrated version, because I know there's a watered down version out there, and I have no idea when they're ever going to release that long promised director's cut. I genuinely think that's not going to happen anytime soon. Next, I picked up this horror TV series, Supernatural, the complete second season. I genuinely liked this show. It had a lot of really creepy, TV-friendly scares, but still really effective scares. But I followed it up until they beat Lucifer. When they beat Lucifer, that was a nice, if they ended the series on that, I would have been happy. But then they started going to the, oh crap, there's an even bigger evil than Lucifer, and they have to fight it, and then they defeat it. And on the next season, oh crap, there's an even bigger evil than the one we fought the last season. And then they defeat it, and then, oh shit, you're not gonna believe this, there's an even bigger evil than the one we fought last. And that's how the show went until then they started doing parallel dimensions, and at the end they fought God, and which was interesting, and it was well done, but come on, guys. Come on. It really did feel like you were just extending the seasons and trying to get as much money as you could. when they defeated Lucifer, that was a good, that would have been a good series finale, in my opinion. But still, the first couple of seasons, good stuff. The next one I picked up is this 2-disc DVD set with 9 movies, some of them starring Bela Lugosi, mostly public domain, and then they added some other public domain movies. But it has The Devil Bat, Human Monster, Invisible Ghost, 8-Man, and White Zombie with Bela Lugosi, and then they have a couple of more movies that are public domain. Your usual suspects when it comes to public domain. But I got this at a good price, and 9 movies for what I paid for. I'm not going to complain. I thoroughly enjoy these kind of compilations, even though, unfortunately, it doesn't have any special features. The last one is a Blu-ray, a very peculiar 2-disc movie set, but still, it's a shark theme, so I guess that's what they were going for. Two-headed shark attack, and Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus. Now, me personally, I probably would have done a 2-headed shark and then 3-headed shark attack, and then done Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus, and then Mega Shark versus Whale? Something like that. But I guess those movies hadn't released, so they just put these together. But I'm not complaining. I am a self-proclaimed lover of shark movies, and these sci-fi shark movies are really hilarious to me. I thoroughly enjoy them, and I will never say no to getting a shark movie. Quality Nerf, you probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, fist pump, bam, there you go. And to all you other people that enjoy shark movies, you can also get another fist pump, bam, there you go, awesome. So, that's what we got. Like always, I like to recommend the standouts of the purchases, and I have seen most of these movies, but I am going to share Two-Headed Shark Attack and Mega Shark vs. Crocosaurus. Good stuff. And also, if you can track it down, Caligula. Good stuff. And Piranha. More good stuff. So there you go. I have one more horror DVD update to share with you. So I have one more video to go with the itchy Christmas hat. So I hope to see you then. But until then, like always, I wish you all a good evening.